The poet Yehuda Halevi lived in Spain in the 1100s, and he wrote extensively about his yearning for Zion, for Jerusalem, for Israel, centuries before there was any kind of Zionist movement. And one of his most famous poems opens, Libi b'mizrach, my heart is in the east, vanochi besof ma'arav, but I am in the farthest corners of the west. In other words, my heart is in Israel, but physically I am not there. He goes on to talk about how can he eat, how can he rejoice, how can he celebrate when he is far away from the place that he is yearning for. And his poem ends with the incredible statement that he would give up his incredible life in Spain, his comfortable life in a heartbeat, to go live in the ruins and the sand of ancient Israel. And it's a very strong statement to read. We all know American Olim, Americans who've chosen to give up their lives here to rebuild, to restart in the land of Israel. And we know that it presents many challenges. Israel is a very different country than America. And we know that Israelis, both those born in Israel and those who've made Aliyah, and Israelis who are Jewish and Israelis who are not Jewish, are having a terrible week. And this week I really relate to the beginning of Yehuda Halevi's poem, that it's hard to focus on anything else when we open up the news, we pull up Facebook, and we see endless pictures of Israelis huddling in bomb shelters, of rockets flying over Tel Aviv, knowing the people that we care about are in danger, knowing that they are threatened in their homes for no good reason. First thing that we do is we pray. We ask God to end this round of violence. We pray on behalf of the Israeli government and the Israeli Defense Forces that are trying to restore some sense of calm, of quiet. And then we continue to look to a brighter future where there isn't just quiet in Israel, but actual peace. It's a dream that we can't give up on, no matter what it is that is going on. And it's hard to know what to do in a situation like this. We feel a need to do something. We want to do something. We want to respond to this. People like to post on social media how they are feeling, and I have mixed feelings about the things that we post in response to violence in Israel. I think a large part of what we can do as Americans is learning about the complex situation that led to this outbreak of violence. It didn't happen in a vacuum. It was an explosion that took place in response to things that took place in Jerusalem, things that took place in Gaza, situations with the Israeli government, the role of Hamas in the Palestinian leadership. And the best thing that we can do is learn about all of these factors and share them with other people, give them a fuller picture of what happens in Israel, understanding that yes, Israel is launching a counterattack into Gaza, but it comes out of something. It's a response to things that came before, and this particular story has a very long history to it. It's a hard thing to do when we want easy solutions to big problems, but Middle East peace is about as big a problem as we can find, and we do our part by accurately sharing stories of what goes on in Israel. So I wish you a Shabbat Shalom, and I hope you'll join us on Shabbat as we offer prayers on behalf of Israel, as I speak a little bit more about the complexity of the situation and how we respond to it. Shabbat Shalom.